What's up, everybody? You're watching Marvel Live. Now we are joined by the Black Eyed Peas. That just got me. David Scott, Ben Jackendoff, you all worked on a book for us. Where's the book, Ben?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
We got the book in here. Check it out.
You need to make sure you got a microphone, too.
Get the book. Right here.
Masters of the Sun. So that's out now. One thing that I've liked about this book is the printing is different from anything else we've published at Marvel recently. You got the gold trim around the side. Looks beautiful. The paper is a different stock. The printing looks amazing. From the P side, was that you guys saying this is what we were looking for in the project? How did that all come together?
I went shopping and hunting for books that I liked. So I went to a whole bunch Japanese collector bookstores and just found limited awesomeness. There's one thing about Japanese style, prints. They really go into detail on, the embossing and the unique type of paperweights. So, thanks to Marvel for letting us, stay true to what the research was. So, hats off, and I would take my hat off, but thank you guys so much.
and also as collectors ourselves, we wanted to create a package that is, suitable for collectors and people that really want to take care of something and make it part of their experience, the Marvel Masters of the Sun experience.
Yeah, totally, because normally a trade paperback is sort of like, hey, this is just a collection, it's great, sits on a bookshelf, but this, yes, it's very much like taking that as a collector's item the next level. What is the story? Can you guys run down that a little bit, what the story is, the project, and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well,
Ben, you want to do that? Well,
Sure. Basically, it's a story of hip hop in the '80s. It takes place in 1983 in LA. Basically, we're following a crew that gets caught up in a whole zombie outbreak in LA, and there's some deep Egyptology. Will here came up with some amazing stuff, and I got to be a voice of that. And I think this is a team effort here. This project has been an amazing project, and Damien brought so much of the storytelling too, with a lot of the Egyptology and just all the craziness of conspiracy theory wildness. So yeah, go read the book. I don't want to tell you much more. It's just dope. That's all I'll say.
Well, I'm curious about the collaboration. How you're saying you brought a lot of Egyptology to it, or how did that start? Where did the project come together from all these different elements?
So 5 years ago, I wrote a screenplay. The screenplay was about, New Yorkers at the beginning and growth of hip hop come to LA and come across, these Crips and Bloods that are selling a new type of drug that was turning folks into zombies. I wanted to tell a story on, why is it that urban communities are so torn apart? Is it sinister? Is it a plot by a higher source? And so what the crew comes to realize that it's a lot deeper, and it's been going on since slavery in Egypt times. So that's the reason why there's Egyptology elements in it, and a bunch of conspiracy theories. But it's a wild ride. So check out the book, and we're working on some other stuff as well.
Yeah, it's a blockbuster comic book, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like the crew trying to take back the inner cities, you know what I mean? And just it's pretty dope. You got to cop it.
Damon, for your part, you worked on tons of comics, lots of projects. Where were you in this process? Did you do a lot of character designs? Was there a lot of back and forth? Was it just like, boom, this is happening?
Yeah, it's all my visuals. It's all all my character designs. I kind of help polish off the storytelling, you know what I mean? Transcribing it from a screenplay to a comic script, and, just making sure it had the right visual flavor, making sure it spoke for the culture, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all me.
It's really dope, because yesterday we had a conversation. He was doodling in his notepad, and I said, hey, D, do you do this every day? He said, I've been doing this drawing since I was a kid, every single day. So it's never missed a beat, and to see the amazing work that he put into Masters of the Sun it's a blessing to have him on our team.
Well, 100%. And
it's a good time.
It's a good time, but it's also as a comic reader and a comic fan, when you see your name on there, there's there could be a level of legitimacy for hardcore comic fans to see Damon Scott. Oh, great. I know what I'm getting into because I know his art, I know his career, it feels good as a Marvel person.
Absolutely. It had to be grounded in something that could be published by Marvel. You know what I mean? It had to be like an official comic book with all of the traditional goodness in
Yeah.
it too.
And what I really appreciate, what I love, it's one thing to like, you know, to have an awesome illustrator come up with some stuff that's legacy, but to see what Damian did and how he brought this world to life, these characters didn't exist. So he, you know, he was able to go deep down inside of like his imagination and like bring them into existence, you know, based on, you know, the stories and the myths that we put together. So I'm just really proud to see something come from nothing. Like it came from,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like words on a page.
And it's beautiful how authentic and genuine from a hip hop eye.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a graph writer for years, so for that to be represented in his book, the culture is definitely represented to the fullest.
Yeah.
And so and especially like when he started sending over, you know, PDF drawings, that's why I wanted to go out and shop and hunt and look. Eddie Axley and the crew, like we just wanted to make sure that, you know, the paper and the way the book felt in your hand, you know, was true to all the work and the ink and illustrating that Damian was doing. So, and the story that was told. You know, this book just feels like, you know, one thing for Black Eyed Peas, this is our first graphic novel. What I didn't want to do is like just do some okey doke and it's on some flimsy paper, right? So that would do his work injustice, would do, you know, Ben and my work injustice. So I just wanted to make sure, like, you know, it just felt
real.
rich.
It's gold. Come on.
It's rich.
It's like, you know, it's like our first album, you know what I mean? We put everything in there, and it's just our whole life, you know what I mean? It's like making behind the front. It took our whole life to make the album, so it's the same thing with the MOS.
And Will, you said this started from a screenplay. From your perspective, was it like, what was it like to see that turn from a screenplay, which is, there's a very specific way you write that, to the way you guys then put it together, a comic book, it's vastly different.
It's a lot like, I mean, like from a writer's perspective, writing a comic book is a lot like directing. I mean, I'm also a film editor. Like, I've been in the film and TV business for a long time. Oh, sorry. I was trying to talk into his mic. So, like, you know, when Will approached me with this, and I was like, all right, so I got to take this vision and transcribe it into a comic book, you know. Basically, a lot of it is, you know, directing in a lot of ways. And as a film editor, it's also a lot of pacing, you know, and learning how to say, all right, what is necessary and what's not necessary within, you know, a screenplay. So, like, as, you know, I see it in that perspective. So working with Damian, I mean, it's like jazz, you know, like we're all musicians in this in a lot of ways, and music has always been a big part of my life. And, you know, to be involved with this project really is my first writing book. Like, I've never written a comic book, by the way. Like, I mean, in that sense, and to write a Marvel book, you know, with Will, like, this is amazing. Like, to be a part of this with Will and everybody.
So it's like, for me, it was like seeing, you know, from screenplay to storyboard, but the most awesomest storyboard you could possibly ever dream of. So when we went into it, we never even thought, I didn't think that Marvel was even realistic, right? As a matter of fact, Taboo was like, yo, let's go take it to Marvel. After it was all, you know, I was like, yo, Tab, bro, it's like, come on, bro, that ain't real. Marvel's not going to publish our stuff.
Big
He was
shout
like,
out to
yo,
Daniel Fink.
he was like, well, dude, I just beat cancer. Anything's possible. And so with that, he was absolutely right. And, you know, I'm so happy that, you know, Ben connected us with Damian. And without that type of like stamp from Damian, putting the ink on it, it's just a dream come true. Started from not even the bottom that we hear. Started from nothing now we here.
Nothing. Zero to hero.
And it's always Marvel's
Zero to hero.
Marvel is family. I mean, like, they've been going to Philippines forever. You know what I mean? All the characters been outsourced in Philippines back in the days since I could even read. So it's you know, we're in a good company.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I saw you guys real quick yesterday on the floor.
Yep.
Get to walk around a little
Yeah,
bit, buy,
definitely.
get a couple things, see some cool stuff.
I took Apple around so he could add on to his collectibles.
Yeah.
You know, I've been part of Comic-Con for over 7, 8 years in San Diego. So
Yeah.
this is my first one in New York City.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see the type of items and collectibles they have here.
It's pretty good,
Yeah, it's
right?
cool.
It's a
Cool.
good crowd, good everything. You guys had a signing?
Yeah, we just had a signing at
Okay.
the Marvel booth, and we're gonna be doing a panel soon. So
Yeah, we got a special a new layer to this property that we're about to reveal.
All right.
At the panel. So
I like that. I like that.
big shout out to all the cosplayers and everybody supporting at New York Comic Con. Black Eyed Peas, Masters of the Sun.
Yes. Check it out. You can buy Master of the Sun right now. We're going to give you a little footage from the signing and look for more news from the